60 minutes to crown the 60th Super Bowl champ. Off we go from Santa Clara. They don't want Shaheed to return it. Touchback, ball come out in good field position to the 35-yard. After the game, please stay tuned. We have the Walmart postgame featuring the trophy ceremony and the Bud Light postgame celebration. Fourth down for the Seahawks, 4th and 22. Michael Dixon will kick it. No Patriots back deep. Full sellout for the block in a 29-13 game. Dixon trying to go quick, and he line drives it out of there as Schooler was coming in. And not only did he line drive it out of there, he also put it out of bounds. Folks will tell you around the league that Michael Dixon, the Aussie, may be the best punter in the sport, and that was awesome. Hang time under 2 seconds. Grade 10 out of 10. The get off was under 2 seconds. Beg your pardon.
You have had a night tonight, haven't you?
Dicto, special teams?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
15 punts, 5 field goals.
Nobody happier when it's a great special team night. You are the winner. I vote for you, friends.
Patriots out of timeouts. Down 16. There's Stephon Diggs underneath to the 12. All his games, his long career, a decade in the league, finally getting to the Super Bowl for the very first time. We're so looking forward to having a big night in the big game. Austin Hooper, the first down around the 17-yard line. Patriot team started 1-2. Remember, 4-win team, and we saw them week 5 in Orchard Park beat the then 4-0 Bills. That was a open your eye wow moment that Drake May and his team may have something going. Pass caught by Mac Hollins, forward progress, a first down. And people doubted the schedule, saying it was one of the weakest for a team to ever win a division. One of the weakest schedules in 25 years. Here comes the pressure one more time from Witherspoon. Finally picked up as the flag is down and May is sacked.
Offside. Defense, number 7, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
On Nwosu. They got through the playoff games. They were difficult playoff games and good defenses they played.
Really good.
Too much tonight.
But even better defense out here tonight. I mean, really, it's been consistent. I mean, it really has been. This is a defense that nobody has been able to crack the code on. Maybe the Rams a little.
May on the run. With another flag down. The downfield fling is incomplete. 39 seconds left. May helped up by Mike Vrabel. See that? I'm reminded of Vrabel getting to May, even though he's a year 2 quarterback. We're talking leadership.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense, number 27. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
And he essentially told May, you got to fake it till you make it. You need to be a leader as a quarterback. You can't wait to have a 4,000-yard season. And that really developed as time went on this year.
It did, and I can't help but think a little bit of the other side of the ball and Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
15. How many people gave up on him? I mean, nobody's given up on Drake May, right? We all know he's going to be a star in this game, but Sam Darnold to come back and do what he's done in this Super Bowl and in the entirety of these playoffs, just can't say enough about it.
You're right, Chris, for all that doubted, all that wondered, all who gave up on him. He's going to be a Super Bowl champion. Final 20 seconds. May loading up, taking a shot downfield into coverage. It's incomplete. Intended for Kayshon Boutte with 12 seconds remaining.
There's your newest superstar in the coaching ranks right there. Everybody seems to want one of those young coaches that can last many, many years as your head coach. Guess what, Seattle? You found one.
And there he is, the 36-year-olds. McVay and Tomlin won the Super Bowl. And he'll become the 3rd youngest head coach to win a Super Bowl. It's in the hands, Trevion Henderson. Jefferson trying to get to the sideline. Keeps going to the 29. And that will do it. Seattle reigns above them all in the NFL.
Chiefs go for history, and the Eagles go for their second Lombardi. Super Bowl 59. Here we go. And the Eagles will start from their own 30-yard line, where we will see Jalen Hurts. They can do, as Hopkins has it too. Tom, wanted to thank the city of New Orleans for their great week, hospitable, and they've been a great host as always. And there's Jalen Hurts, who is the son of a coach, right? And all that he's been through and all that he's worked at, right? You know about him getting benched in the national title game and then a runner-up Heisman after he transferred to Oklahoma. And he said, you know, my dad was an O-line guy. He knew nothing about quarterback play, but he knew how to work hard, and he taught me how to work. And his dad was a powerlifting coach. He said that's where he got his work ethic from and his attitude. And, well, one thing is for sure. Jalen Hurts' legacy will be in cement, a champion.
Yeah, without a doubt, as it should be. Worked extremely hard this year. I think as the season went on, he just continued to take accountability, and so endearing to your teammates when you show that you care about them, and that's one of the great steps of leadership. Patrick Mahomes does that so well. But Jalen's doing a great job of that as he continues to develop. He's still such a young player in this league, and they have a young roster. Wouldn't be surprised if they have more chances getting back here.
Little onside kick recovered by the Eagles, and that will do it. Calcaterra recovers it. He might not give up that ball. Stay tuned for the YouTube TV postgame featuring the Vince Lombardi Trophy ceremony and Bud Light postgame celebration. For the second time, the Vince Lombardi Trophy is headed to Philadelphia. Eagles fly in Super Bowl 59.
Whoa, watch the camera, guys. We gotta get it.
Ray McLeod is back for the Butker boot. And now words spoken for the first time ever. As recently as maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago, no one would thought it would ever be possible that we'd see a Super Bowl in Las Vegas. But what a magnificent host city it has been. And now Butker and the Chiefs are ready to get us underway. And yes, the first Super Bowl in Las Vegas. Officially underway. And through the back of the end zone. And bring out. Cradles it and goes down to the 13-yard line.
You can cut the tension with a knife everywhere. There's both sides of the ball, but I can tell you right now, watch Mahomes. He looks left, looks right, and the rhythm of that, it's so hard because you're not spying on him because he just sprinkles it in from time. But he knows how to win the game. He knows when to be aggressive, when not to be. He's made one mistake in the entire playoffs. That was today. He won't do that again.
He's got 3 tight ends on 1st and 10 from the 13. It's Pacheco. Down to the 10. Niners have to guard these last 10 yards with their life. Steve Wilks, who's called such a great game. Steve Wilks, who's called such a great game defensively, having to go against Mahomes, the most unenviable task when Mahomes knows what he must do. 2nd and 7. 10 yards from the win. Mahomes throws it to Kelce in the middle of the field. Kelce plowing ahead. Kelce still on his feet, and I believe he's going to have the 1st and goal to go. Boy, there's a lot of traffic around that football.
I mean, this is an Andy Reid drive special. And the reason for everyone at home why you're not taking a timeout just so everyone knows, is because it's just the first quarter in overtime. That's how you have to think of it, okay? The reason they're not taking or not, because we don't just say at 0, we end the game. It's the end of the first quarter, and you move to the second quarter. That's why, because I can only feel the number of people out there being like, what's going on?
First and goal. Mahomes flings it.
It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City!
And this was the Andy Reid special. This was the Andy Reid special we talked about. He was saving all day. He's going to fake a motion to go across. And at that moment, he turns and goes back Hardman, who they didn't have, right? And they go get Hardman and bring him back. And the game-winning drive of Mahomes' career, he's been waiting for. He's won Super Bowls, but he's never had it in an overtime. He is the best. He is the standard. Your Michael Jordan wins it again.
Well, I feel like we might as well kick this thing off, right? The Chiefs won the coin toss. They've deferred. The Eagles will receive in Spanish language broadcast available tonight on Fox Deportes. It's a gorgeous day here in Glendale. The roof is open in Arizona, so temperatures beautiful now. They get a little cooler as the night goes on in this desert air. And we can't wait to get started. Super Bowl 57. Here we go. And so the Eagles will start on their own 25-yard line. And he does just that. So officially 11 seconds left. It'll be a 27-yard field goal try for Harrison Butker. Keep in mind, there's been some slipping on this field too. So even though it's a short field goal, some pressure here.
Yeah, and what's interesting is you saw Mahomes on that. He centered the ball, which puts him right in the middle of that paint. Right, that paint that we've seen, guys. Listen, I'm not trying to jinx Harrison. He's a former teammate of mine in Carolina. I don't wish anything on anyone, but
for the lead. Butker up, got it. The Chiefs 8 seconds away. Everything perfect there, snap and hold, no slipping on the turf, and Patrick Mahomes with a big second half for Kansas City. A 24-point second half. Little squib kick here, taken by Gainwell, the up man, and going to slide down with 5 seconds left, try to set up one final play, make it 4 seconds left.
yeah, I mean, every team practices this situation. It's pretty clearly desperation mode. So the idea is you want to try to get the ball out as quick as you can in space, get your ball carriers, get your athletes in a lateral position, and just try to keep the play alive. And really, at this point, you're just hoping for a miracle. You can see Kansas City, they have all their defensive linemen out of the game. These are all linebackers, defensive ends.
Here we go. Hurts has all day. Now some rushers come. Going to throw it as far as his arm can take it, which is well short. And the Kansas City Chiefs have won Super Bowl 57.
watch the game. Just wanted to give you a heads up.
Thank you so much for that.
Don't say we didn't warn you. Brandon Powell, who joined the team in November, playing with his fifth team, back to receive. Evan McPherson, who's had a phenomenal rookie season and a great postseason. And finally, we are off and running in Super Bowl 56, starting with a touchback, and the Rams coming out to the 25 line. So Stafford, with Cincinnati taking a timeout, Stafford had 2 rushing touchdowns in the postseason after none since 2016. So since he takes a timeout with 1:29.
Let's take a look at just how close he came. Not very close at all.
No.
Boy, you would just love to be able to turn around, hand the ball off, and score a touchdown. But boy, rushing yards have come so tough tonight for the Rams.
44 rushing yards on 22 carries.
Jalen Ramsey over there getting ready for one thing. Aaron Donald, same thing, knowing they're going to have to go make a stop.
This is the 15th play of the drive. 4 runs, 10 passes. Second and goal. Pass. Caught. Got it. Touchdown. Cooper's wife, Anna, the family, put pressure on. That pass is caught. Boyd makes the grab at the 49-yard line. Eric Weddle in on the tackle. Clock going down to a minute, a little over that.
Good block that time by Pirine. We've seen the linebackers coming through and getting to Joe Burrow. Not that time. Pirine with the good block.
2nd and 1. Burrow deep downfield and nothing happening down there. That's Chase and Ramsey. 3rd and 1. 48 seconds. There is McPherson, who's had a perfect postseason with an enormous amount of confidence. Comes into the couple of playoff games. Hey, we're moving on, is what he basically says.
In the clutch last time, it was T. Higgins who they brought across the middle of the field with that big body, throw it high, let him go get a rebound.
Instead on the ground and close. Pirine, does he get the first down? Down judge comes in, says Cincinnati's going to take a timeout because he doesn't. Clock stops 43 seconds. And here's your ball game on a 4th and 1.
Aaron Donald, as he's done so many times, we think about him as the pass rusher. Look at that hand extended, just jamming him up, and then not letting Pirine fall forward for that first down.
And that's why people say he's the best player in the league. And you've seen that in the second half.
No argument from me.
4th and 1. Morris calling the defense. Donald right there. They'll go from the gun. Pirine in the backfield. Burrow trying to keep it going, gets spun down, gets it away, and incomplete. It looked like Pirine might have had a shot to make the grab, but the Rams now running down to celebrate with a defensive play.
And guess who? Guess
of course.
Who? I mean, you don't even have to think about it.
And Cincinnati will not spend that final timeout. They'll let the Rams exult. Sean McVay gets the Gatorade bath after 5 seasons. Cooper Kupp, phenomenal. Stafford gets the job done. Whitworth at age 40. Aaron Donald, we go back to the fact that Michelle was saying before the game, he's thinking about retiring. This could be the end. We don't know.
But through it all, we get to the finish line on time, and let's sit back as a nation and enjoy it. Butker to kick. Mickens back deep. Super Bowl 55 is underway with a run back 3 yards deep. Mickens straight ahead. And he runs it out to about the 24.
It was you, but I actually agreed with you. And I'll tell you, though, it's going to sting, but these two quarterbacks very seldom. Like this year, we watched Brady get blown out a couple times. That's so rare, I mean, for great quarterbacks, because eventually you figure out what the defense is doing. And tonight, there really wasn't a lot of answers for Mahomes. You know, it was like, okay, we know what you're doing. Because they didn't, like, change it up 50 different plays. They kind of lined up and said, we're doing this, but we're just going to go ahead and beat you up front at those spots where you guys have backups. And what a plan by Todd Bowles. He has so much stuff in, but he just kept it simple in a brilliant way.
Former Jets coach who was interviewed as the coaching carousel, and all of that was taking place in January. I know Detroit took a look at him. You've got to think someday, hopefully, he's going to get a second chance at it. He's a great coach.
Oh, yeah. Him and Bieniemy both. Next year, they should be head coaches.
On 4th and 3, they complete it to Robinson for the first down.
Tom Brady has the highest winning percentage of any player in the 4 major sports. The Buccaneers have the lowest winning percentage of any team in the 4 major sports. You go get Brady to turn that around. He did that this year, and this culture has changed forever.
Here comes Mahomes. Trying to find the end zone, and no! How about that? One last indignity. Intercepted by White. That defense, tremendous tonight.
Let's give them a share of the Super Bowl or the MVP trophy, right? What they've done in the playoffs to hold Breeze, Rodgers, and Mahomes at bay.
How about that set of quarterbacks?
Has it ever been harder? Ever?
Can't imagine. Gronk comes out of retirement. Wasn't even thinking about ever playing again when he was at the Super Bowl last year. There for the 100-year celebration. And Bruce Arians is about to be the oldest coach to ever win the game. You know, you think a lot of people say you come down to Florida to retire. Well, not these guys. You got Arians that comes down here, wins a Super Bowl. You got Brady. You've got Antonio Brown. Looked like his career was over. Gronkowski comes out of retirement. Fournette was looking for a home. Sue, late in his career, is going to have his first Super Bowl title.
Pierre-Paul, who dominated at different stretches, played like he was young with Spagnuolo again. What a performance.
Listen to him now. Listen to him imploring that team. Now, no wonder they want to call it Tampa Bay. For Tampa, Brady is just a R&D away from making that a reality. And research and development will tell you Jason Light did the right thing, putting all this together. One more snap. Would you have guessed when this impossible season was trying to launch that you'd get it all in, you'd get to Tampa, and when the Super Bowl ended, the ball would be in the hands of Tom Brady?
I don't know why we ever think it won't. It's gotten almost not realistic in anything that we've ever thought. This guy just changes the mold of the way we think and continues, and there's Spagnuolo telling him.
I have no answers for you tonight.
Heather, that was awesome. And now we welcome in Mike Pereira.
Postseason, so I think we're going to see a pretty clean game.
Spanish language broadcast available tonight on Fox Deportes. Remember, San Francisco won the toss. They defer. We'll see that high-octane offense of the Chiefs to begin this Super Bowl. Hardman will bring it out of the end zone. A Pro Bowl returner, and he's out across the 25. A return of 29 yards where Jimmy Ward bounds with 1:25 left. You see the pressure that Kansas City brings, and they get to him, and just no chance whatsoever. And Garoppolo just trying to make something happen there on 4th down. But now, with the 3 timeouts, there is still a chance. But it's up to this defense now.
That'll go down as a sack for Frank Clark. Traded to the Chiefs from Seattle. That's his 5th of this postseason. Handoff here. Damian Williams plows ahead on 1st down. Timeout taken by the 49ers after a gain of 4. Let's go back to that 4th and 10 play and watch the play clock in the background.
Yeah, they'll normally look at that, Joe, the official. When it hits 0, then they look to see if the ball's being snapped, and that was not the case.
Yeah, that was a little longer than normal. Mike?
Well, I think, we're looking at it in super slow motion. We looked at here at regular speed, and you can see the back judge moving forward. He's going to get ready to call it, but by the time he sees the clock turn 0, then by the time he then looks to the ball, it's already being snapped. Those are that little acceptable time frame in real time where you don't have a foul.
I would have shut that play down. Obviously, now 2nd and 6. Williams makes a cut and will roll into the end zone for the touchdown. No flags.
Take a look and make sure that he didn't step out, which clearly he does not. Anthony Sherman, the fullback, he's the one who really helped secure the edge. A bad angle, and it's good night, San Francisco.
38 yards for Damian Williams. And the Chiefs now with 3 straight 4th quarter touchdown drives to lead by 11 in just over 5 minutes.
To come away with a Super Bowl win.
They did make the announcement that that last play was an incomplete pass, not a fumble. That Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl IV winning team, 10 members of that team ended up in the Hall of Fame. 17 total from the Chiefs and the Vikings that met at Tulane Stadium. But how many players have come and gone? Great players, great coaches for the Chiefs that have not been able to taste this moment. This is picked. Kendall Fuller up to get it. And that will end this game with under a minute to go. For the Kansas City Chiefs, Clark Hunt, 54 years old, not yet 5 when the Chiefs won Super Bowl IV. Brett Veach, their 42-year-old general manager. Norma Hunt, the widow of the late, great Lamar Hunt, who founded this team as the Dallas Texans. Moved to Kansas City in 1963. Won Super Bowl IV at the end of the '69 season, January of 1970, and with Tammy Reed, the wife of Andy Reid, celebrating. 5 seconds remain, and they keep Mahomes out there.
Yeah, they're going to run around or just throw this thing up and try to run out the rest of this clock.
And they have done it. Chiefs are Super Bowl champions here in Miami as they win it here in Super Bowl 54.
3 yards deep. Tony, one of your great sayings is, "Here we go."
Super Bowl. Let's have a day, Jim.
All right. Down to the goal line. It's Patterson. He's dangerous. He's going to try that left side. He's taken off. Down the sideline, and finally, it's Sirline, the kicker, who got hold of him. With all of this doubt that was hovering over this team, talking with Tom Brady midweek, he went on and on about how much they relished the role of really feeling like they were underdogs, which they found themselves in that role last week at Kansas City, and all the doubters. It's been a long time since we kind of took on that persona.
Worst thing that could have happened. You freed him up.
Woods to the 26.
Mary early. So everyone, I agree with you. That's a great point, and you can do that. But right now, they're not in Hail Mary mode. You'll only have 2 safeties back there. This is your best Hail Mary chance. If Belichick's, see how he's telling everyone to go back right now? He's like, this could be a chance. There's no Hail Mary. Or see how many guys are down around the line? You could take your shot, and it's 3-on-3 back there, or 4-on-3 at worst.
Middle of the field. Caught by Cooks. He could get up and run with it. He wasn't touched, was he? Well,
clock it.
Yep.
Now you bring out the kicker. Clock it and bring out the kicker.
Sirline will come out for about a 48-yard field goal. I mean, if you pull this off in terms of kick the field goal, then you do recover the onside kick, which seldom happens these days with the new rules. You still are going to be right at maybe, if you're fortunate, 1 second. If you were to get everything to go your way. So here's Sirline, part 1, 48 yards. That will end it. No good.
The rain continues.
Yes, it does. They've got to snap it one more time.
It ain't over.
The ball will end up in the hands of Tom Brady on the kneel down. And what did he say to us the other day? He says, "I pray to win another Super Bowl. So help me. I'll never ask again. Can I just get this one?" he said.
Until next year.
Yeah, exactly. Then the reset. Yeah, he said, "Missed it." Belichick's going to become the oldest coach, supplanting Tom Coughlin, who was 65 when he beat the Patriots in Super Bowl 46. And there it is. The dynasty continues.
So we'll see the Philadelphia offense. You've got Varner and Clement back deep. Tom Brady over on the sideline. Foles will go right to work after the kickoff. And with the flash bulbs popping in Minnesota, here we go on a line drive kick fielded by Clement at the 1-yard line. To the outside he goes, and he gets run out of bounds by Patrick Chung up at the 25-yard line.
Position. Ordinarily, he plays outside. They have been working him more and more on the inside for that very reason. Get your best pass rushers on the field. That allowed Chris Long to get on the field, Barnett on the other side, and it has been so frustrating all night long for this Philadelphia Eagles defense, and yet with everything on the line, they finally get to Brady.
Nick Foles on the sideline. Brady checking the replay.
I've seen this movie too many times to think this game is over.
Second and 7. Swinging to the outside. And still charging is LeGarrette Blount. So that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It comes with officially.
Yeah, with a field goal with a rookie kicker and Jake Elliott, you miss it, you're going to place the ball out around the 35-yard line, something like that, and turn it over to Brady with a chance to win. How much pressure could be on this kick for Jake Elliott?
Well, this rookie kicker in his second game as an Eagle kicked a 61-yarder at the gun to beat the Giants back in week 3. So Peterson says take the clock all the way down and take the timeout right here with 70 seconds.
A 30-second timeout.
There it is, the Lombardi Trophy. Does it make its way to Broad Street, the main drag in Philadelphia?
They have had some parties for championships there, but I've been around Philadelphia football fans. This might be the biggest one of all. They bring this thing home.
This is the capper. I mean, the Phillies and the Flyers and the 76ers all had big-time parades. This would be the capper.
You can assume nothing here. The snap, the hold, you know whatever rush the Patriots have, you're going to see it right here.
46-yard attempt. Lovato to snap it. Donnie Jones to hold it. Clutch. It is good. Big time. 65 seconds. So Brady has to get it all the way down the field and then a 2-point conversion.
You just cannot imagine the amount of pressure, and to rotate that ball with the laces straight back. We saw that in a playoff game before and a missed field goal. To calmly spin those laces around and give the young rookie a free swing at it. It's a great job by Jake Elliott, but nice job by Donnie Jones too.
41-33. Robert Kraft. His team has gone to 9 Super Bowls.
It's
counting this one.
Same situation, right, as last year. They needed 8.
Yep.
They go down, they score, they get the 2-point conversion, they win it in overtime.
So Elliott to kick off. Dion Lewis, and here he's a guy, we saw him on a Sunday night in Denver. Run one back for a touchdown, and this is returnable from the 6-yard line. And he's going to flip it back to Burkhead, but he's going to get wrapped up and knocked down back at the 7-yard line.
That is a really interesting call. You go for the home run shot, I guess, but that play almost took the ball right out of Tom Brady's hands. Going to come with the reverse, back the other way, short kick, gave him an opportunity. But oh, baby.
Yep. And you took several seconds off the clock as well.
I think that was part of the reason they kicked it short. They wanted that clock running.
1 yards and convert a 2-pointer. And Brady begins by slinging one to an open receiver, and that's Hogan, but he can't make the catch. Got free down the sideline. 2nd down.
Chris Long with a little pressure here on this one, and the significance now of being able to protect the boundaries. We've seen that in the playoffs with Stephon Diggs' play. You need to keep them in bounds now because it's going to be very difficult to get up there and get that next play going.
Chris Long, son of Howie, trying to win back-to-back Super Bowls. Did it with the Patriots last year. 2nd and 10. Brady under pressure, flushed out, slings it across his body and incomplete. Intended there for James White. It'll be 3rd down and 10. It was Derek Barnett putting the pressure on.
I can remember in the Super Bowl, I can't even remember which one it was now, but there was a play at the end of it where Brady was sort of in this situation. I think it was against the Giants. He sort of looked right, pump fake, moved a little bit right, and then threw a go route back across the field to Randy Moss streaking down here, and it was close.
That was the first game against the Giants. Brady now under pressure, almost gets sacked, incomplete. Pocket collapsed. They're down to their last play to try to keep it going. 4th and 10.
Fletcher Cox finally with the pressure that made a difference. So these big guys, it's taken them all game, but back to back, their two best pass rushers, their two best players on this defense coming up big. Chris Long's been a factor too.
This is it for New England. 4th and 10 from the 9. Brady fires, and that'll keep it going. Amendola up at the 20-yard line, but the clock keeps on ticking.
What a catch.
Yeah, tremendous. Now Brady's got to get up there, clock it here. 26 seconds now, and still 78 yards away.
Well, you desperately need something to at least give you Hail Mary position. And I'm sure that Josh McDaniels has to be thinking, what do we have to do to win this football game? We've been going up and down the field. But here it is.
Brady, short pass. Gronk was just trying to get out of bounds, and he does. Now you got 20 seconds. Ball at the 33, 67 yards away.
Still time to throw something over the middle if you had to. Hustle up, spike it, and still have a shot at the end zone.
And that would go down in history, let me tell you. Brady. Now he's going to throw short. Gronkowski needs to get out of bounds and does.
There he is.
Boy, oh boy. Almost pulled a little Stephon Diggs routine there.
Wow.
Stayed in bounds. That took 7 seconds off. Now you got 13.
Boy, when he dipped inside, took your breath away, but here it is. And you've got one of the great rebounders in football history running down the field. Gronkowski is going to get a shot at the very least with a jump ball, but not before the Eagles talk about it.
30-second timeout.
The Philadelphia Eagles, a guy whose name we need to mention here too is Howie Roseman, the general manager who did a phenomenal job. Free agents, trades, worked the salary cap. There he is, the guy who was kind of the odd man out when he lost a power struggle with Chip Kelly a couple of years ago. Brought him back in. Phenomenal job building this team.
Absolutely is. I kind of thought that we might end up seeing one of the receivers come in and play DB at the end of this game in case you got the jump ball, but nobody in.
Well, they got 3 DBs back at the 20. Brady fires, and it's almost picked off. That took 4 seconds. That's Darby, intended for Philip Dorsett. And you've got 9 seconds.
I would rather have 2 shots in the end zone here than that 9 yards.
And then you pray for, if not a completion, at least maybe you get a defensive pass interference call.
There is nobody anywhere close to as tall as Rob Gronkowski. I would jam him at the line of scrimmage. I would not let him run freely off this ball.
Brady under pressure, escapes the sack, launching one for the end zone. It's a jump ball, and it's incomplete. And Gronk was there. And time runs out.
This is the end of the game.
And for the Philadelphia Eagles, the long drought is over. Finally.
This number 51 and the Falcons in their 51st year of their franchise history will kick it away as they won the toss and they deferred. Spanish language broadcast available on Fox Deportes. We're glad you're with us, and we're going to see what Tom Brady and the offense for the New England Patriots has in store for this young but improving, rising defense for the Atlanta Falcons. And Brady, who tonight is playing in his 7th Super Bowl, the most of any player in Super Bowl history, will be gunning for a record-setting 5th win. Bosher to kick it away with Dion Lewis waiting deep. Glad you're with us on Fox.
since they've had the ball.
And it's White out of the backfield. James White trying to tiptoe. Deion Jones on the stop. White just turned 25. 4th round pick out of Wisconsin 2 years ago. He's had a big game.
Boy, he sure has. He's been Tom Brady's go-to guy here in this ball game.
13 catches, 113 yards, and 1 huge touchdown. Saw those numbers for Brady in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 4. Sideline. What a throw! Amendola on the reception. One of the best of the game for Tom Brady.
You called it. You got to lay this ball out on the sideline. Amendola again with the speed out. Brian Poole in coverage. And Brady lays it out perfectly. The ball's just dropped right in.
14-yard completion and a 1st down at their own 45 in a blink. Brady. Pass is caught. Hogan. Inside the 40. Chris Hogan has had a quiet game, but a big catch for 18.
And time in the pocket for Tom Brady. You're going to see Chris Hogan at the end of this as he works back through the ball. He's able to work back through to the quarterback and make a play with Jalen Collins then in coverage. But Tom Brady on the last 2 throws has had a clean pocket and he's delivered perfect balls.
Gun to White and a perfect play by the rookie Deion Jones. And if Tom Brady doesn't use his best fastball, that's a dangerous pass out there to White, who was waiting for it from Brady.
Tried that a couple times, and the Falcons have been aggressive on that quick throw.
James White now with 14 catches. That's a new Super Bowl record. A loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Brady down the gut, pass is caught. Julian Edelman. 1st down at the 25.
You can see this offensive line. They're doing a good job right now of giving a clean pocket inside for Brady with no pressure. And then Brady, he allows Julian Edelman. He's in man coverage. Alford is on him, but he's got to clear a free guy. And with protection, Brady's able to hang on to it and again makes a good throw.
The Patriots win Super Bowl 51 with a touchdown right here. Anything less, Atlanta gets to possess. Fake it to Hogan, flip it to White, looking for blocks. Getting blocks inside the 20, out of bounds at the 15. And it's a 1st down.
This is really well executed by the Patriots. They get linemen out. Right guard Shaq Mason, he gets a man on the ground. Julian Edelman, he's blocking out in front. Falcons need somebody to step up and make a play.
On 1st down. Here's Bennett. Flag is thrown. Bennett. Flag is thrown. Martellus Bennett tried on the underthrown ball for a spinning catch, and a flag is thrown right in the spot where Bennett came down. Devondre Campbell in coverage. We'll see if it's against number 59.
Yeah, they're going to get Campbell for the pass interference, and I think it's the right call. A ball that was a little underthrown, but Campbell never is able to get turned around to make a play.
Pass interference, defense, automatic, 1st down.
It's going to set up 1st and goal from the 2. And LeGarrette Blount checks in. He rushed for a league-high 18 touchdowns during the regular season, has 19 when you include the postseason. A touchdown here.
53.
And it's a Patriots win.
And they got the big fullback, James Devlin, leading the way.
Play action. Bennett broken up, and Beasley got his left hand on it. Dangerous throw. And that's the play the Falcons have been waiting for. Almost got it.
Beasley played it pretty well. He was in position, and he's knocking it down. But boy, when the ball went up, I'm like you, Joe. I thought that's a risky pass by Brady. And boy, Beasley had a chance to make the key takeaway that they're looking for down here.
The great Tom Brady had completed 10 in a row. Now second and goal.
319.
Toss to White. He's in. Patriots win the Super Bowl. Brady has his 5th. What a comeback. Another look to make sure. James White driving.
Gano will be kicking to Andre Caldwell in a game that began back on January 15th, 1967, the old NFL AFL championship. Now the 50th Super Bowl commences. We will have a return. Stepping up for this Caldwell, and he's out to about the 20, where the Panthers take him down after an 18-yard return. Peyton Manning taking the field. That's the 7th time that Newton has been sacked in this game. And the second one by Ware, the future Hall of Famer, getting to taste something very sweet late in his career. 3rd and 24. In the end zone. Gets away for a moment from Miller and now lobs it out of bounds. Just nothing there at all.
Boy, Cam Newton took a really big hit at the end by Derek Wolfe. I think it's easy to say this is probably the biggest pounding and punishment he has taken in his career.
And he's absolutely livid that that was not roughing the passer.
I don't think it was. He was outside the pocket. Derek Wolfe hit him with one step.
They're going to punt here with 2:08 to go in 4th and 24.
They're going to punt, try to use their timeouts.
Only got 2.
Yep. 2-minute warning. Ron Rivera says this gives me a better chance than thinking we're going to get it on 4th and 24.
Well, there's no one back there with Denver. And it's finally touchdown at about the 35-yard line by Kurt Coleman. So just 1:57 to go. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Mathis, the left guard for the Broncos, is out there recording the moment with his camera trained on number 18.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 14 for a late hit. It's a 15-yard penalty, plus this situation requires a 10-second runoff. So please put 1 second on the game clock. 1 second.
Mercifully, they run it down to 1 second. The first to ever get to 200 wins. Some of the records. And now 2-time Super Bowl champion. A final star turn it is for Peyton. And the Denver Broncos have taken Super Bowl 50.